Okay. For the 10 billion trillionth bajillionth time. Oh my God. Well, I'm live for the billionth time, guys. Yeah. Oh my gosh. See. What a great time to come back on live here, guys. Oh, watch this be an offensive penalty. Watch this be an offensive penalty. Oh my God. This is sad, but that was an amazing play. But man, this is just such a piss poor game. This is that one good play all game. Well, two good plays. Fletcher Cox getting the touchdown in the end zone. That's all we got. All right, the kid's still trying. It doesn't mean much, but by the way, my live feed, my internet just like crashed, died, and said, "I'm not coming back on. What do you want?" So, I was given an Eagles effort of existing. Now it seemed like all of a sudden they're going to look like a world-beating team here. Like don't tease me now with this dumb shit. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just. Hello, everyone. This is the last time I'm tweeting. If this internet crashes again, sorry guys, but live show is done. The whole Aaron Rodgers situation. My whole thought is he's going to look great on another team next season. Oh, there we go. Hurts is going to get some fantasy points to whoever has him on their team this year. It's for this week. Touchdown Eagles. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. Okay, I will get excited if one thing and one thing only happens. The defense forces a turnover here. Defense has to force a turnover, and then I'll give a shit about this game right now. Last live link being tweeted for Philadelphia 76ers. It's really Green Bay's fault. Yes, yes, it is. Um, and I've said this before. I've even said this in older videos. It's like you never hear Green Bay going after that big free agent. Like, and you have Aaron Rodgers there. It's like I think Aaron Rodgers really sees himself as like, it's a joke that I have one ring. Like it's a complete joke that I have one ring because this franchise just will not go after the big free agents, the big name, whatever. Like when's the last time they signed a big free agent? Like I can't think of a single name off the top of my head that was like, oh my gosh, Green Bay landed the big free agent, like the top one of the top five big free agents. Yes, it is football I am watching. Yes, welcome to the Monday Night Football massacre. The Eagles are trying to make a game out of this. We're going to see if the defense decides to show up on this drive. But if not, um, a touchdown or even just any points here is pretty much game. Pretty much game. Charles Woodson is the latest Green Bay free agent. One of the first Green Bay Packers ever. He was on the field with Bart Starr. What am I doing here? Yeah, the last big free agent. If that's true, then yeah, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Like, I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers there. How have you not targeted and gotten? Like, there had to have been so many wide receivers out there, like big, all pro caliber wide receivers that would say, "Yeah, I'll go play for Aaron Rodgers," and like no one signed there. Like no, none of them got offered. Like, we'll throw the bank at you. Here you go, come play with Aaron. Eagles defense started the game tired, so I don't think it's going to be any better. Yeah. Oh, we'll see. All right, this drives the game. All right, I'm giving him 1 ounce of hope here. All right, let's see if the defense has got my back. Miles Sanders has 2 carries this game. He has that many? Holy shit! Look at this. Speaking of getting carries, they're actually giving the ball to Zeke. Keeping the defense honest, consistently handing it to the running back. Yeah, I mean, imagine that. Man, that's why the first 2 weeks of an NFL season are always fluky. They have tapes on what Sirianni likes to do, and it ain't running the ball. It's option running the ball with your quarterback, but still, defenses pick simple shit like that apart. Look at that. 23 rushing attempts for Pollard and Zeke. Like, I mean, that's how you win football games, and then you have a sustainable passing offense like that. I mean, it's sad to say, but I feel like Dallas winning tonight just basically decided the NFC East. Like, I mean, that may seem just beyond silly to say week 3, but I mean, what are the Giants going to storm back? I mean, the Eagles look like they're going to compete with Dallas. Does the Washington football team look like they're going to compete with Dallas? Oh man, that was such a That was such a good assist block there on Sweat. That would have been a sack. They read that so well. God damn it. Whoa. Oh, that'll go as a sack. Oh boy. Eagles defense forcing a sack. Oh, Reggie White. Yeah, that would. I'm looking back in the chat. Reggie White would be one of the last big free agent signings for Green Bay. As sad as that is. You have to go to the previous century. Wow. It's the first really bad looking. I guess Cedric didn't run the right route there. I was like, oh wow, that was like the first bad pass from Dak all night, and we're more than halfway through the third quarter. That's a good sign if you're saying that late in the game. Not looking good, guys. I mean, they're almost in field goal range already. I mean, this 3rd and 11. This is it. Come on. Come on. This is the game. They called for the sack. The defense came up huge. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. A little excitement, guys. A little excitement, guys. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, I'm feeling a little excitement. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a little excitement, guys. The brakes are pumped. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You can't be relying on some miracle 40-yard pass like you did on the last drive. Come on, Jalen. Come on, Jalen. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Just don't kick me in the dick. Hike the ball. Hike the ball. Oh, my God. There's a shit play that turned into a first down. I almost clapped there. I didn't think I was going to clap at all in this game. Andre Dildo, the replacement for Mailata. Wonderful. Come on, man. Okay. 1st and 15. So be it. So be it. Make it dramatic, Philly. All right, sorry guys. I need to. The game is warning an ounce of concentration here. And just can't answer that big defensive stand with a 3-and-out. You just can't. Oh, barely got his fingers on that pass. Shit. Shit. I just see this being a broken play, and Jalen tries to run for the markers and get tackled 3 yards short. No flag. 3-and-out offense. Way to go. I would let that girl have sex with me, though, if you're wondering. Anyway. 3-and-out. Way to go, offense. Damn hands. Gotta pull that in. Come on. You had both hands on it. Damn. Gotta rely on a big defensive stop here, too, now. Yeah, there we go. First down right away. All right, guys, this is going well. Eagles will come back. They got to make a stop here if the comeback is going to be realistic. Sorry, 3-score game from a team that has been mostly lifeless through 3 quarters of play. 3 scores in the 4th quarter. They have to be touchdowns. If Dallas scores here. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Come on, Fletcher. Come on, Fletcher. Ooh, no flag. Okay. I don't see any flags either. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, that was mutual. That was mutual. In fact, Cooper gave the shove first. Good no call, ref. That was a solid no call. Who do I think Aaron Rodgers plays for next year? The Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'll get to that in a second. Oh, defense. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be ruined as a quarterback. All he's ever known in his football life was winning, and now he's on just some pissant losing squad. He's never experienced this. I think he's going to be ruined as a quarterback. This is why you bench quarterbacks like that for their first season. I'm all for letting a quarterback play off the bench. Like if your starting quarterback gets injured and then he has to come in, then okay. But I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be ruined as a quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers is going to be there next year. That is all. I think Urban Meyer doesn't finish the season. Four divisions have been decided. So I'm trying to guess the Dallas Chargers, trying to think who else. Oh, thank you, Sam Avery. Thank you for donating to the Archfiend Kids Diaper Fund. Thank you very much for that $3 donation. I'm trying to think who I am not a fun guy thinks the 4 division leaders are that have been decided so far. And Fletcher Cox being hurt, that's wonderful news. So we'll be down Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham on the defensive line. That's awesome. Please tell me that's a Cram Fletcher. Well, it is sad that the Jags are going to waste him, but it's also, I mean, it's part of Trevor Lawrence too. If he's going to be that shook from having a losing, well, a very losing season as a rookie quarterback, but if he was supposed to be anything, he'll bounce right back from this. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, first of all, Troy Aikman's first year in the league, he won 1 game. Like, let's not forget about that. I mean, how did he do the rest of his career? So, I mean, there's obviously examples where rookie quarterbacks have bounced back and become elite Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But the thing, like I said, with Trevor Lawrence is all he's ever known is winning. Like from high school on, he's just all he's been known as his whole football life is a winner. AFC East, AFC South. Okay, let me try and get. Okay, I get. I was gonna say like the AFC South, but that's obviously Tennessee right now. It's true. It ain't gonna be the Colts, ain't gonna be the Jags, ain't gonna be the Texans. Jeez, I was thinking there's some contested there, but no. Yeah. I think Aaron will probably be with the Saints next year, depending on how Jameis looks the rest of the season. I can see that. Because I can see them actually going after the big player. That's going to be nuts. I feel for Aaron Rodgers because man, he's wasted a lot of his career, and I've always considered him the best quarterback in the league for so many years, but it's hard to say that when he's not making successful runs in the playoffs for most of those years, and other quarterbacks are, and it just looks silly to say that he's the best when other guys are winning a lot. Like Joe Flacco has won so many more playoff games than him. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Yeah. Anyways, but Joe Flacco's won a lot of playoff games. Either way, he's like comparable to him, and he's got the same amount of rings. And Aaron Rodgers sees stuff like that and sees Baltimore go after free agents and actually try and get deep into the playoffs, trade up to get the top new quarterback in the league. He doesn't play too well in the postseason, but we won't talk about that guy. All right. Broncos remain undefeated until they play a decent or better team. Yeah, but Broncos haven't impressed me much at all. I mean, they squeaked out a win against the Giants. If you're squeaking out a win against the Giants, you're really not that good. And it's eating up time. Eating up time. Wish this defense should have seen fortitude it had against Atlanta 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Difference is this is a real offense they're playing, and the Falcons aren't. The Falcons are Matt Ryan and everyone else. Or Matt Ryan and no one else, I should say. Oh boy. Wow. I would not not be running Dak on a route like that. Like that's a stupid way to get him injured. You don't need to take a risk like that. Like that just can't be even in the play option right now. And it's like no, Dak, just throw the ball away. You don't see one open, you're not taking off and running. That watch is gonna make a liar of me. There you go. Like, why are you even? That's just a stupid shot to take this late in the game. Like right now, you got to play your franchise quarterback safe. Like that was a dumb shot to take. He's either got to know to get rid of it, just don't have him run into plays like that. He's trying to do too much there. Discretion is the better part of valor, Dak. All right. Boy, I think Belichick's legacy is really starting to solidify in that history's going to look back at him as the guy who got carried by the greatest quarterback of all time. And it's not saying he's a terrible coach. I mean, you're going to do so much as the quarterback, and he's a hell of a defensive mind, and that got him a lot of success. But man, I think Brady's going to beat the piss out of it. There you go. Get Dak injured, guys. Just keep running him up the gut. Great play calling, Dallas. Like what stupid I would be if I was a Dallas fan, I would be so furious right now that Prescott is basically going out on these bootlegs, running up the gut, taking all these dumb shots in a game that is, let's be real, it's done. They're going to get a touchdown on this drive. You don't need to risk your franchise quarterback with these stupid hits. But I'm not Mike McCarthy, and Mike McCarthy is Mike McCarthy, unfortunately. That's game, guys. Yeah, I think Brady is going to unload. Like Brady is like Brady had like 400 some yards in that loss. He's like the MVP front runner. Like how ridiculous is that? 44 years old, he's an MVP front runner right now. Like that is just. And people want to argue if it's Belichick or Brady. Like, come on. I think Brady's going to throw for 500 yards next week at Foxborough. And damn, that's like a must-win game for the Patriots too, because they caught 2 bad L's. They got one who gives a shit win. Man. Oh, optimism! Optimism is crushed in Philadelphia. I feel for this town because they love this damn football team. But people like me, they don't get upset much more because once they won the Super Bowl, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see them win 10 rings. It'd be nice, but I saw them win that Super Bowl in my lifetime. It may be a cheap cop out to bad losses like this, but it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. I'm not gonna get mad. Like Nothing a Dallas Cowboys fan could say to me after this is going to get me mad. But like I said, going into this game, it's zero optimism. Zero optimism going into this game. And the correct team is winning and winning by a lot. And even listening to sports talk radio this week, there was so many people that just said that this is going to be a Dallas win. You're not going to be able to compete with this. There's just too much. I can't even believe it was a 3.5 point dog for the Eagles in this. Or yeah, what am I saying? Right, anyways. Yep, here comes a garbage time touchdown. You got that right. Random question. Anyone here love the Sopranos? Anyone else excited for them? We actually talked about the Many Saints in Newark. Okay, I'll give you my one Sopranos rant. I love the show. I think it's one of the greatest shows of all time. But there is a plot hole. And this episode always gets seen as one of the greatest episodes of all time. The episode Pine Barrens. All right. Where Christopher and Paulie have one of the Russian mob guys that they're taking him out into the Pine Barrens to kill him. But the guy escapes. And it's a great episode. It's funny because Paulie and Christopher have to learn to live off the land, and they're like eating ketchup packets to stay alive because they can't get the car started to get back into town, and they're like left for dead. And anyways, watch episode. Those who know the episode. The thing about this episode is they never resolve if that guy that got away, like he's left for dead. He was bound and tied, and he ran away from Paulie and Christopher. And they never resolve what happened to that guy, because if word got back that the Soprano guys whacked one of the made Russian mob guys, as Tony Soprano said in that episode, he says, "You let him escape and get away, I could be walking into a buzzsaw because I have to meet with the Russian mob guy that drinks the Grey Goose vodka." And that episode is seen as one of the greatest episodes of all time, but I'm like, it has one of the biggest plot holes of all time in the show. How does a show that's written so well have such a big plot hole? They never say if the Russian mob guy, dies in the Pine Barrens or not. And it pisses me off so bad that such a good show would have such a plot hole like that. Bug the shit out of me. Still one of the greatest shows of all time. And I love the ending. Damn, I am right. Yes. And but that's the thing. Like, I always hear people talk about the episode. I'm like, are you going to bring up the part where the Russian mobster ran away from Paulie and Christopher and they didn't find him? I mean, you could say like, oh, well, we assume he died and got frozen to death because it was in the middle of winter, but they don't address it. I know a lot of people are like the thing that upsets people in the Sopranos the most is that Dr. Melfi never reveals to Tony that she knows who raped him and that he works at that fast food restaurant. Like, people are like, oh my god, how she not tell him? But that's the whole thing. That like something like that makes it, like, anyone that hates that, I'm like, no, that's what makes the show so good, is that even though Dr. Melfi knew that she could have this guy whacked and Tony would beat the ever-loving shit out of that guy till he stopped breathing, that she couldn't sink to that level, even though she was literally raped by the guy, and she couldn't sink to that level. Like, she knew it, and that's why that episode ends with her just crying in Tony's arm. Anyways, boy, imagine the people that just came in like randomly and they're hearing like some lady was raped and this guy was going to kill him or something. What are they talking about? Anyways, talk about the Sopranos. Yeah, actually, I have the whole season, first 4 seasons on VHS, and 4 is signed by James Gandolfini. Wow, that should be worth some money. You came here to fart. I mean, what a better place to do that than here. So yeah, anyways, that David Chase had no intention of following up because he knew the fans wanted it, watched it. Wait, my cursor wanted it. Yeah, that blows my mind that wasn't this like covered. Like it would have been just addressed so easily. Like the head of the Russian mob could be like, Tony, my guy was found frozen to death in the Pine Barrens. You know anything about that? Like, just that would be like the simplest thing. It's like, okay, resolution. He was dead. The end. Not a believer in the Raiders. What? What? No. See, what other random nonsense can we talk about? Because obviously this game isn't going to be entertaining for an Eagles fan. All right, now's your time. File in with your random questions, random anythings, and we'll discuss them here. Game of Thrones or The Sopranos? The Sopranos. Game of Thrones, like, oh, we've lost Isaac Seumalo too. So we're down both tackles and a left guard. Anyway, Game of Thrones was a fine show, but I never finished it. I bailed on that last season from what I heard. I'm not one to regret that. Game of Thrones is a show where there's just so much shit happening. Like you've really got to be a geek to the show, and there's nothing wrong about being a geek to the show to fully understand and appreciate it. And you hear so many of their fans, the quote unquote fans, like they don't even fully understand what's going on. It's like, did you see Khaleesi's tits though? Oh my god, such a good show. Why are they fight? I don't know. I really don't know why they're fighting, but there's a lot of action. And the guy with the sword, and that big guy. Oh my god, the mountain guy. Oh, it's a good show. Just like tits and fighting. Do you understand what's going on? No, but there's tits and fighting. Show out of here. Anyways, that's my summary of Game of Thrones. It's a fine show. It's not a bad show, but it's just it's just a lot of stuff and a lot of noise, and yeah. I want to add my my Marvel discussion to the mix here. I didn't see many Marvel movies in the movie theaters. I saw Age of Ultron as far as the Marvel universe post Iron Man here. I saw Age of Ultron and Civil War. That's the only two Marvel movies in this cinematic universe that I saw in the Infinity Stone. Is it called the Infinity Stone? I don't know. Anyway, having Disney Plus and watching them all from beginning to end, including Iron Man 3, which I never got around to, and I finally watched and saw on Disney Plus, and I'm like, wow, this movie's irrelevant. But that aside, that is one of the greatest storyline arc series of films in the history of cinema. And I would argue that the two greatest back-to-back films in comic book movie fandom is Infinity War and Endgame. Is that illegal contact to the head there? Yes, I think so. Anyway, I can watch them 100 times. In Infinity War and Endgame are so good, more so Infinity War. But man, I literally just watched them again a couple weeks ago, those two films. And it just, god damn, they did them so well. So well. And then you look at what Disney did I know you're saying like, oh, well, there's Marvel Studios and then there's Lucas Studios, but still Disney's overseeing both studio productions. And you look at episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars, and you're like, what is this shit? How is this the same company that oversaw this is what gave you Infinity War and Endgame? Like, it blows my mind that the same company oversaw both of those respective properties. Like that, it blows my mind. Anyways, that's my DC universe, MCU portion of the video. And Thor Ragnarok was an amazing film too. Like that's a solid number 3 in the mix there. Thor Ragnarok was so good. Oh my God, one of the Eagles trainers just got, holy shit. Oh my God, this game might get a little bit more interesting than we thought. Enjoy Marvel while you can. Yeah, it's. I was gonna say once, I I haven't even watched Black Widow, and I don't even really care at this point. I'm like it's. Oh, okay. He didn't hit his head that bad. The Gatorade guy is okay. Um, and this new one that I haven't even committed to memory. Sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to the game here. 4th and 9. All right, let me pay attention to this 4th and 9. I'll give the Eagles an ounce of respect. Yeah, Jalen pushed back an additional 12 yards. It's awesome. That was a good play. Yes, I do know about the 66-yard kicker. Sorry, I'm just trying to read back and what I missed here. The only thing that's going to keep me watching the MCU is Spider-Man. Yeah. I never saw the last Spider-Man either. Because I'm like, I don't know what once like Endgame happened, I'm just like, I don't care about an earlier story about Black Widow or anything like that. I'm just like, I know the gist of her story. I don't need it really expanded upon. It's been expanded enough. I understand. And are we all in agreement that Jeremy Renner is the worst Avenger? Like that, is that even up for dispute? Okay, good. The end. Spider-Man is in a weird place in that they're basically a rental property. Look at Dak still dropping back to pass. Like, why is he even in the game, Dallas? I mean, okay, it's the Dallas Eagles rivalry. Go ahead, throw more gas on the fire, sure, but honestly, if I was a Dallas fan, I'd be more concerned about getting our backup some reps right now than seeing Dak out on the field, especially dropping back to pass. Like handing off the ball, okay, I get that. Anyway. The bacon wrapped deep dish is the best pizza they've ever made, in my opinion. Okay. Can't tell you I know what that is. Oh, there's another touchdown for Dak Prescott. I mean, congratulations, Dallas fans. All I gotta say is do something with this. I like see, this is why the Dallas fans can't say anything that can hurt me. I'm like, okay, I've seen Dallas win convincing so many times in the last 26 years. It's like, do something with it. Like, I mean, congratulations. Your regular season successful. Do something with it, and then I'll be impressed. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, thoughts on Justin Herbert? Herbert? Who the hell is Justin Herbert? Why am the name sounds vaguely familiar, and it sounds like I should know that name, but that doesn't ring a bell. Oh, the quarterback for the Jesus, quarterback for the damn Chargers. I don't know why I thought his name was something else, but yes. Well, I've already said that. Hit a total brain fog moment, not recognizing it. I already said that it's going to be the Chargers and the LA Rams in the Super Bowl. So, anyways, that's what I think of Justin Herbert. Okay. Favorite South Park episode? Probably the episode that got me started, the Starvin' Marvin episode, season 1. It's the episode that because I came in a few episodes into the show, saw the Starvin' Marvin episode. Yeah, I have to say that. If it wasn't my first episode, then I'd probably say the World of Warcraft episode. I think that was the greatest later. Well, it's not necessarily later because it's like 12 years old now. Um, it's such a good episode. Prepare to be pwned. Philadelphia Jets are looking gray. Gravy. Okay. Yeah, this is reality is what this game is. The reality is that Dallas is hands down, and again, going into this season, I said Dallas is hands down the best team in the division. They were last year too. It's just Dak got injured. Like, let's be real. Like, do you think they wouldn't have won at least 2 or 3 more games and easily won the division if Dak was healthy? Um. So yeah, Dallas's division, Eagles. Man, it looks like it might be back to square one for a lot of things. Um, my faith is shook quite a bit in Jalen Hurts, and I thought this kid was going to actually be something pretty decent, but he showed a lot of nothing tonight. A lot of nothing tonight. And I mean, you may see a garbage time touchdown drive that looks impressive here. He had one good touchdown drive. And you gotta give me more than that, kid. Love you, Archfiend. Always glad to see you, and hope all is okay. That is all. Thank you, Squawky McGee, Spunky McGee. There you go. Look like a Q instead of a P. Yeah, I haven't had the itch to make videos much at all lately. Obviously, with the tornado and the new kid and everything, it's just I'm talking about the same old shit, and we all know that. I just got bored with talking about the same old shit, same old horrors doing the same old horrorish things. And on a side note, the Trisha Paytas, Ethan Klein crash and burn disaster is one of the most entertaining things in the history of YouTube. And a dumbass like Ethan Klein forever doing business with her is just getting what he what he sowed. He reaped what he sowed with her. Like, it blew my mind. I never got into frenemies. I never saw the attraction in any way, shape, or form to Trisha Paytas. Not physically. If you find her attractive, that's fine. I mean, the attraction into her as a social entity here on YouTube or just any social media platform. I'm like, this is just such a zero on every scale. And Ethan Klein bundled up with her for a couple years doing a show, or was it 2 years? Anyways, um, I did okay this way. You look like you just got done with a long and stressful day of killing your wife and kids to be with your mistress. What a wonderful sentiment. I mean, if it's true, it's true, but you know, it's what it is, right? The Bucks are Pats. I already said that Tom Brady's going to throw up over 500 yards. The Bucks are going to. The Bucks are going to just destroy him, and I think you might just get like some like um I don't know. You might have just some Patriots that won't play with as much effort. Let's just say. I don't want to say people intentionally throw games in the NFL, but they might just say, you know what, we're a little bit frustrated with Belichick, and you know what, since Tom hasn't been here, maybe a change of scenery might be nice. And one of the things that could accelerate that is letting Tommy Boy at age 44 throttle the shit out of them at Foxborough. Anyways, I can't wait to see that game. I'm looking forward more to it than I was looking forward to this game, that's for sure, because I'm just a fan of the game and a fan of greatness. And Tom Brady is that. That's for damn sure. So, yes, I have the Patriots are going to squeak out a victory over the Bucks. That's my final answer. Just kidding. Just wondering, are you okay after that tornado that hit your house? I'm okay. I said earlier on in the live feed, it might have cut off. We just got the insurance assessment damage to the property, and our property came in at $33,000 worth of damage from the tornado. Insurance, of course, will be covering it. That's why you have homeowners insurance. And we're one of the least damaged houses here. There's houses that had over $200,000 worth of damage in my neighborhood, including the house right behind me. So yeah, shit got real here. How funny is it seeing a big mouth Cam Newton get out before the season? Yeah, that's true. And replaced by Mac Jones, and Auburn alumni, and switch to another Alabama. I'm reading like a infantile child because I can barely see anymore, guys, and the font's so small. Oh yeah, I know. We got Mahomes coming up next week. That's great. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, because he's gonna be in a pissed off revenge mood after losing to the Chargers. Yeah, and Cam Newton got fired, cut, and no one wants his ass. I remember saying after that Super Bowl against the Broncos that him not diving on the football and that loss, that's something you just don't recover from, and I don't think he ever did. Honestly, he never played to an MVP level again, or even close. Oh, jeez, that's a broken river too. Saw your video about that tornado. Yeah. It's still pretty bad around here. I mean, at least we have working electricity and all that. Yeah, I just feel bad for a lot of my neighbors. Every time it rains, like they're finding new leaks in their roofs and whatnot. We finally have an electrician. This shows how long this took to do. Electrician's coming over tomorrow to attach the power wire back to our house because it's just been dangling there since the tornado. Super safe. It's been 4 weeks. The power line into our house has just been dangling there. Oh, here we go. Guys, they're driving down, man. Yeah, the offense is firing all cylinders, guys. Ooh, it's about to be 41-21 here, guys. Oh, shit. Let's go. Why am I even watching the game? I should just be looking at you guys in the chat feed. Went from hating Cam years to liking him to hating him again because of his vaccine dumbassery. Well, his vaccine dumbassery is irrelevant right now because he can't even find a job in the league, so he can stay unvaccinated all he wants. And I watch American football, but I still like your videos. Hope your team wins. My team is not going to win tonight. That is all. I know this is not the. I know this is not the subject. Well, the subject is anything here. You're going to ask anything you want. I'm not going to sit here and. Let's see. They're going to throw some super duper amazing touchdown like that, going out of bounds, firing absolute dart. Like, this is just like insulting. He throws into double coverage, falling out of bounds, and what am I supposed to be like? Oh shit, man! This kid, there still might be something there. It's like no, 80% of the game you sucked. That's like that cross the body pass that Carson Wentz had to Aguilar in a game against Seattle 4 seasons ago. It was like so ridiculous. It's like he got flushed out of the pocket. He's throwing cross body, cross field. And, oh my God, caught Aguilar down the field 30 yards. And it's like, yeah, you took the L in that game. Who gives a shit? And that was like the only big play on offense you had all game. Anyway, what's the most embarrassing Eagles moment as a fan? Oh, throwing snowballs at Santa Claus 600 years ago. Jesus was at that game. That's how long ago it was. Anyway, I mean, the technical most embarrassing moment is McNabb thrown up in the huddle, but it's not like that was ever fully really seen, and people still deny it that were in that huddle. Some confirm it. And so, Jalen Hurts is 321 yards. Could have fooled me. How much of that came in garbage time in the fourth quarter here? Ay, ay, ay. Herbert is who Wentz was supposed to be. Hugh Jazz, that is spot on. It's who Wentz was for 12 weeks of a season before he got injured. But yeah, you know who you were. You know you were. Okay, you know you were. I got what you're saying there. I got confused. Well, thank you, Golden Jaguar. I'm honored to be the first person that you followed on YouTube. I'm trying to think who the first person I followed on YouTube was. I'd say it was probably AVGN. I'm trying to think if there's anyone before him. By the way, you guys love him with that Screenwave Media is doing with AVGN. Mwah, beautiful. I watched his last review and it was. Oh no, it was the one before the ColecoVision. What was before ColecoVision? Anyways, it was so irrelevant. And when I watch it, I'm like, I'm just watching these to watch these anymore. Like this Screenwave Media influence is just. It, I mean, it's making the series exist, but man, god damn, is that series falling off? Watching your videos made you like the Eagles. Good. I hope you watched them before they won the Super Bowl, so you got to enjoy that. Yours was 8 camel toes. I haven't heard from 8 camel toes in a while. I'm trying to think if there's someone else. You've been subbed to me since 2009. Damn. OG's in the chat here tonight. Thought it was that video game guy Boogie something. Boogie2988. Boogie2988 to this day is still making these my poor life. I need help. Help me out. Subscribe to me. Make sure you click that bell. alert, and then you like look at his video view totals, and it's like, wow, it is over, dude. It is over. He consistently gets like 30, 40, 50,000 views on average for most of his videos. Some occasionally reach 100,000, but man, this was a guy that was getting millions of video views every month. To now, it's like he's lucky to get 300,000-400,000 views a month. Millions to a fraction of that, and he always is. I never fully trust someone that has to so often overtly say how well off they are. He's always saying, "Oh, I've got so much money saved," and "Oh, I'm rich finally from Bitcoin investments." It's like, if you really have to say and flaunt it that much, it's like it speaks of insecurity. It's like if you have to talk about how much like you're scoring or having sex, it's like you probably aren't scoring much, are you, dude? Like relate it to something else. But anyways, either that or you're a total whore. But I digress. Um, yeah, I'm so fascinated with the colossal failure that he is becoming. Again, his fans are like, "Oh, he's getting so many more views than you." I'm like, yeah, he's getting the same fraction of a fan base that watches his videos. Like, okay, he does his shit full time. Anyways, you want to see me do more rants on popular YouTubers, but I know I moved on. I know, and see that's the thing, and I know people would still watch them too. It's kind of like when, again, I don't want to draw a correlation to my fame being like a professional athlete, but it gets to a point like where, like, you take John Elway for example. He left at the top of his game, back-to-back Super Bowl wins. I'm sure he just said, I could probably win another Super Bowl if I kept playing. Maybe I could. And Barry Sanders just retired. Like me, he was just disgruntled. Like there has to be a passion that motivates you, and I just don't have the passion to do things like that anymore. And it's like, whoa, I'd probably get tens of thousands of views and whatnot. I would. I know I would, because all my videos like that did. But you know, it just turned into be the same old shit, and you can't be motivated to do the same old shit. That's just monotony. That's the definition of monotony. The same old shit. Oh, look, I found another whore doing the same thing as this other whore I just told you about, which is the same as that other whore I told you about a couple months prior. But yeah, anyways, 11 of 16, my bad. I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that. I got 5 of 11 right this week. Oh, in your games. Make whatever content you want. I'll watch either way. Thank you. And some people have. And that's the thing. Like, my mind is blown that anyone watches me at this point. I've been on here since 2006. 15 friggin' years, almost 16 years, coming up in April. Um, yeah, life has just taken me so many different paths since coming on YouTube and whatnot. It always came back because of your personality, no homo. It's okay, you can be a homo, it's alright, nothing wrong with that. We're committed, it's too late to stop watching. Is my name Ed Honda? Yes. It's nostalgic for me. It reminds me of the good YouTube days. This Speaking of nostalgic, doesn't I seriously don't know, and I used to follow this guy all the time. But does Nostalgia Critic still make videos? And I know of all the drama that's happened and accusations of people and whatnot. Does he still make videos? By the way, I seriously don't know. Haven't checked been subbed since August 11th. You can check how long you've been subbed to someone? I seriously did not know that. That you can check how long you've been subbed to someone. That's how I'm curious. I don't know how you check. It's only gay if your balls touch or you make eye contact for more than 3 seconds. That is true. I have heard of the 3-second rule. I've had a couple 2.5 seconds. And I'm like, whoa, 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 that was close. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Still watch your old videos from 2009 to 2011 from time to time, just for the nostalgia. I'm a Pats fan who is devastated about Super Bowl 52, but was happy for you. Thank you. I'm happy for any fan base that gets their first anything in any sport. With any reason except the Astros. I will never be happy when they get their first World Series win. See what I did there? Wouldn't it be a sports video if I didn't throw any shade on the Astros? Wow. Solid 20-point deficit. Dallas, the East is yours. Did I ever cry after the Super Bowl? No, I actually didn't. The closest I came was I went upstairs. My son at the time, who was 5 months old, I went upstairs, got him out of his little crib, and held him in front of the TV so he could see that Hail Mary ball with his own eyes. He'll never remember it, but he'll know that his father went in, woke him up, put him in front of the TV so he could see Tom Brady's Hail Mary hit the ground in the closing seconds. So it was more not crying, it's more just appreciating the moment. Wasn't that overexcited, just like it was more of just like a relief thing. It was more just like I couldn't believe it. I felt like watch Nick Foles' reaction when that Tom Brady Hail Mary hits the ground. He just does the whole like it happened. Like holy shit. Like that's what I felt like. It wasn't like overly excited. It was just it has happened. It's like the first time your penis goes inside a girl. It's like it's happened. Oh my god. And then 10 seconds later, you're like, it's official. Right? Anyway, what the hell? What a great game. Is it just turn this off? Oh, okay. Did he go back to sleep? I have a 6-month-old now. And my son, newest son, for lack of a better term, he's already sleeping through the nights, and he ain't even 3 months old yet. We thought our first kid, man, he started sleeping through the nights that January, right before the Super Bowl, when he was about 4 months old. So we're like, okay, we're digging this. But now this kid, he's sleeping through the nights like 2 months old. It's the best gift these kids have ever given me. Anyways, 10 seconds, you last a long time. I know, right? It's, some people are just much more men among men. What can I say? How many kids you got now? I remember when you had none. Just two. Just two, and that's it. 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 Don't ask my wife that. That's it. How'd you get back to sleep? Well, actually, how I got back, going back to your question there, double C4, D4. Getting back to sleep that night after the Eagles won the Super Bowl was like impossible. Everyone in the city and suburbs was shooting off rockets and homemade explosives and anything else that would make noise. I don't think anyone in the area got much sleep that night. I remember waking up to watch the parade, and I might have had like 2 hours of sleep going into that. I do still talk to IGSRJ, but that's only between lawyers. I do still have New Dog, and whatever black newer dog is called. Never really got a name. Since when do you stream? Every Monday night. People will hear and tell you in the chat. I come here every Monday night. I stream until midnight. Where have you been? Check your logic. Are you even a fan of mine? Anyways, no, I don't stream. I just came on because the Eagles were on, and I miss you guys. I honestly, I do miss making as much content as I do. As much as being not motivated to make content, I do miss all the commotion that we would stir up. And again, not that we as a, and I say we because my channel was a we with all of us, and it was fun times. It was fun times. I do still talk to UTF, yes. For me, the Ravens' second Super Bowl actually far better than their first one. Yeah, well, the first one was kind of marred in the whole Ray Lewis thing that happened, and like that kind of like soured, like that, and that's a shame because that kind of soured the first championship for your team. You got to kick the shit out of the Giants in one of the greatest defense in the history of football. Is that Ravens 2000 team? Anyway, I know you guys miss me. I know. I've always got that sentiment, and I know you guys have appreciated me. And I always wonder, like, what would I say about like certain people and things and whatnot. And I mean, I've dabbled a little bit into things. I've made a few videos about the Ethan Klein Keemstar stuff. That's the closest I got to becoming back to the old Archfiend videos. But beyond that, like I've even thought of doing like another Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments videos. Um, one of the things I actually thought of doing was Let's All Laugh, and you feel free to steal this. Let's all laugh at poorly aged comments. And it was just going to be a series of either I take comments that people have made about people I've made videos about, like a Shane Dawson videos, like talking about like how great he is, he's so good with children and stuff like that, like comments along those lines, and doing like a Let's All Laugh at poorly aged comments type of thing like that. But then I say that again in my head, and I'm just like, I don't care to do it. But I think something like that would be very highly entertaining. I've thought about doing videos like that over the years. I'll get to you in a second, Hugh Jazz. But I've thought of doing videos like that. I thought of doing more like So the Other Day videos. Those of you that heard the Cotton Eye Joe joke, like some of you thought that was actually being that I did earlier in the live stream. Thought that was going to be a So the Other Day story. But yeah, Hugh Jazz. Okay. This will be the final thing because I do seriously have to get to sleep. The kid will be up by like 6 a.m. I like to get at least 6 hours of sleep. Is EDP the most delusional YouTuber you've ever seen? The answer to that is unequivocally yes. I have never seen someone caught so red-handed, so obviously, so overtly, and not even have the decency to say I messed up. Like, not even to say like I'm sorry, or not even disappear until shit boils over. Like, he was making content, making posts within days. Where it's like, when something that damning comes out, you vanish. Like, you vanish. Like, Christ. Yeah, he's by far the most delusional and just one of the most absolutely just irrehensible. Irrehensible. Is that a word? Apprehensible, irresponsible, whatever. I think I was trying to combine apprehension with irresponsible. Anyways, um, what is the difference between a 13-year-old girl and a Lamborghini? EDP doesn't have a Lamborghini tied up in his dungeon. You thought the jokes were done tonight, didn't you? Think about that one. See, that's not a joke. That's just true. But anyway, please give us a kiss goodnight, Archfiend. No. It's gross. You know how much COVID's out there? Anyway, what do I think of Jalen Hurts? I think it's time to go back to the drawing board, and I think it's. See, I didn't mention this all night because I don't convince myself of this delusion, but it's time to fire Howie Roseman. It's been time to fire Howie Roseman, but damn, you got rid of Wentz for this guy. You drafted him second round. That luster of that week one performance against Atlanta is wearing very thin. And I was a somewhat believer in Hurts, and that's shook now. I'm sorry, it's an unforgivable sin to get your doors blown off by Dallas. But anyways, Arch with the savagery, yes. EDP got evicted from his apartment and he's broke as shit. So now he's selling his guns. Oh, scubs, his guns. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. I mean, I saw he started uploading videos to some website I never even heard of. And they kicked him off like immediately. Like some website that's got like no clout in the streaming media game, and they don't even want him. Like, read the writing on the wall. Like, you're done. You're done, EDP. You're DOONE done. No, I'm not streaming weekly now. EDP will end up homeless or dead or in jail. Let's keep that option out there. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know who is giving him assistance in this world. And I don't know of anyone who's going to hire a big 500-pound pedophile. So he's got to figure out some way to work from home. And he's got a lot of skills, so I'm sure he'll find a way to... Do I follow Eagles YouTuber Nitro Freak? No. I know the name because he's associated with EDP. I might have seen a video or two from him. I know the name. Yeah, I know he's an Eagles guy. Yeah, but I don't follow him. I don't follow any Eagles YouTubers or anything like that. I'm not big into like following sports channels on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I watch some like commentary like stuff, but that's about it. That feel when dog trafficking is your best option. Oh, drug trafficking. I was like, why was that blocked? I had to uncover that comment. I said, why would they block the word dog? And I realized it was drug. Oh, thank you to protecting us from the word drug. All right, guys, I seriously have to go. thank you. We'll do this again when the Eagles aren't playing sometime. Thank you. Stay classy. Stay beautiful. Stay away from Shane Dawson and EDP. That is all.